Harrison, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, I have some questions to ask you today about your academy experience. So, my first question is, how do you feel you've transitioned from the 1010 Academy to your client work?
I think I've transitioned quite well. I think especially the soft skills in the academy training has put me in a really good position. The client that I'm with does consulting, so having to like do sort of public speaking and be confident when like engaging with stakeholders is something that's really, really important. And I think that the academy is sort of really drilled the soft skills in that really count when it comes to consulting.
That's great. It's also something that you build on a lot when you're in your clients. So, it's good to have it already in your head, and then you just know this is the way, this is the pathway I kind of need to go down to enhance on this skill. And public speaking is such a great skill to have as well, just in general. So it's good you're doing that a lot. So if you could take me through your placement, what client teams have you worked with, and what specific projects have you been responsible for during your placement?
Yeah, so I can't get into specifics on teams, but I do work with a consultancy company. Uh, but I'm on this sort of a longer term project, and that's to do with software development. So I've been responsible for back end development, front end development, software testing, and stakeholder management through that placement, sort of dealing with vendors that they use as well and representing that company as well. So it's been really interesting, and I've had to wear so many different hats, and I've just loved it.
That's brilliant. And I did mention as well, obviously, you were talking about your soft skills and being a really important factor of the academy. But what other parts of the 1010 Academy train have been the most useful within the placement that you're in now?
I think being selected for the dev additional training, I don't think I'd be where I am without that. That was really, really useful. And Peter as a teacher is one of the best you'll ever have. Um, but the software testing as well. On a daily basis, I use Postman, which is a tool that I learnt about during the academy. Um, and I think just the fact that the academy training was sort of very wide has put me in a really good position to be able to sort of pick up anything when asked.
Well, that's the thing. If you're learning it in your training, it's so nice to see it, like it'll be so familiar to you. You know, you've gone into your client work probably nervous because it's a job, and then tell you you're using Postman, which is you're thinking, oh my God, I've been using it for the past 6 months. So like that's great. So it's already that bit of confidence, which seems like such a small thing, but really isn't in a client job. Like you need that confidence and kind of self-assuredness, I suppose, to get you through working, and seeing something like that is really good. So it's great that the academy are actually showing, not just teaching you, but giving you actual software and things that you are going to end up using. Must be so helpful, really. So you kind of mentioned a lot of it is testing for you, but what is, other than that, what is a normal working day or week for you?
I get up in the morning just like everyone else, put my socks on one at a time, and then we have a daily stand up with the project that I'm on. We have a sort of a dev huddle, which is more like targeted conversation around the specific dev problems that we've got that would sort of go over the heads of most other people in the team. And then from there, it's sort of a juggling act of doing the development work for the client, and then going back to my other client and doing tertiary work around and secondary work around like making presentations that we're going to be showing to the wider team, having meetings with the wider team, and also meetings with my own cohort of people that sort of join the company at the same time as me, and we're all really close. And there's others from 1010 as well that I'm still really close with that I see in the office uh, every week. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot of plate spinning.
That's so many different skills you're picking up at a time, and it's, to me, I think that's so much better than just sitting and doing one thing, because you're just learning so many different things. You don't know where any of those things are going to take you, and it just gives you so many more well-rounded skills. And I am someone that prefers personally to do more of like different things than to do more of one thing. So that sounds great. It's also really nice that you have people from your cohort as well. Like that's also like another support system that you have. You're all in the same boat. Some of them might have even got there before you or after you, but you know you've all started from the same place, which must be really kind of fulfilling and a nice little, a wholesome comfort kind of thing. So what technology tools, frameworks and processes have you gained experience with since starting your client work?
So luckily, a lot of the tools I had exposure to during the academy, which was really valuable, like Postman, for example, Selenium, doing things with SQL and like servers and databases. All of that stuff is stuff that I do on a daily basis that I was exposed to first at the academy. So that was really valuable to sort of be really junior, and then someone says, "Are you aware of this?" And you're like, "Yes, I have experience using this already." So that's put me in a really good position. And then a lot of C# and HTML and JavaScript and CSS, which the Dev Academy and the additional training has put me in a great position for, and I managed to pick it up rather quickly.
That's really good. It just sounds like you're doing loads, which is all you can ask for, really. So how has your client supported your development? So this could be in different training sessions or one-to-ones, any sort of individual projects, or shadowing more experienced team members.
The client that I work for absolutely loves training. They love development. While I've been there, they've been very supportive of me getting extra qualifications. Like the Azure 900 is a sort of fundamental Microsoft certification for working in Azure, and they were very keen on pushing me towards getting that, as well as like the DP 900, which is a more data focused one, and they're always absolutely down for it. They love LinkedIn Learning, they love Microsoft Learn. I can have a one-to-one whenever I want. My manager is always free for a one-to-one if I want to have a little chat with him, and he's great, and he loves personal development as well. So it's just whatever I make of it. I think I can get as much done as I want.
So similar question, but what support have you received from 1010 during your placement?
Absolutely loads. I know Megan and the wellbeing team are only a few key taps away for anything I would need. So I've been to them for absolutely anything and everything in between. The pressure for exams, bereavement, they've been my port of call. We have a delivery manager, Callum, who we have recurring meetings with, and he's been really, really useful. And he's great to talk to, and I know you can always get a response out of him. And just anyone from the academy, if you've got any problem, I know I can reach out if I need to. I might not have, but I'm aware that it's there, and it's a really good sort of safety net to have if you're sort of the imposter syndrome's creeping up or anything like that, and you're not quite sure if you're in the right place. There's always someone you can talk to, and you know they'll respond.
That's so important. Even if you don't need them, sometimes knowing someone's there is enough to kind of get you through. You don't even need to speak about it, just knowing someone has my back if it's necessary. And it's really nice to know that you're still being looked after not only by your client, you have a huge support system because you've got us, the client, everyone at your client site as well. It sounds like you're in a really, really lovely position. And have you been given any extra opportunities through your client work? So anything you've traveled for, any events, client meetings, or any sort of like charity or community work?
I've had a few days of travel to Sheffield, to London, to centre to Manchester. They've all been great. Nice to meet different people, especially when you're working with them in a team. It's really handy to sort of put a name to a face that isn't a semi-pixelated face on a webcam sometimes. And then, yeah, the opportunity for charity work is always there. Me and someone else from 1010 ran an Earth Day litter pick at our client, organised a litter pick to go around the local area of the office. And I think we got something like 14, 15 bags of garbage. So that was really, really good. And we did a cleanup of an invasive plant species that was in a nearby park called Japanese knotweed. You have to pull the root out at the bottom. You have to twist it and break it off, and then the root at the bottom you have to stamp on it with your foot, which was really, really funny to do 1,000 times over. But there's always stuff like that happening, and all you have to do is chuck your hat into the ring, and something will come up.
That's so nice, because also, like, aside from you doing a great thing there by doing all that stuff, it's great for the community, it's great for the world, but it's also like that's bonding with your team, that's forming a friendship which goes so much further than working. And it sounds like your client are very open to that, and they're happy for you to, you know, a personal belief in thinking, you know, this, I want to help the environment, that's a personal thing, and like going out and doing it, the fact that they're allowing you to do that for something that you clearly care about is really nice, and allowing kind of a friendship to flourish with similar beliefs and similar cares about the world. But that does sound quite fun. I might go out to my local parks and see if I can find any join in. And I have one more question for you today. So it's just, if anyone is watching this that is thinking about joining the academy, is there anything that you could say to them?
Don't worry if your background isn't in tech. The academy is open for everyone. I think all you have to have is the capacity to learn and the willingness to learn, and it'll be the right choice for you.
Those are some amazing answers. So thank you so much for speaking to me today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.